Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to a new cycle once more, to the early access version to Sleepy Hollow on my very first cycle, year 2 it is, and we continue onwards with, hopefully with successfully growing this game, this city here, this village here on hard settings. Now we finish over here, we already finished now the well for a bit more water, holy cow we need that, and also over here we have finished now the next gathering camp. Where we can then assign, some people to that again right away to collect me some mushrooms. We got 1,000 available right now in this region here. That's out of these mushroom bushes that we have. And with that, we should have enough mushrooms to, stockpile them for the next winter, but also to perhaps build me a second soup kitchen rather soon as we grow. Now, my main goal here right now is to breach 40 on the population mark. We are at 37, very important because we want to reach the next cycle, and only with that we'll be able then to also build more or new structures. Let's set the distribution for food to medium and also for water to medium. This will increase morale a bit, and we can afford it since we have now quite a nice production. Seeing such a generous surplus in food right now, let's actually go ahead and bump it up to normal, regular distribution, because this will absolutely make sure that we have a good morale. With that also a good work balance and growth rating. Housing, 100% of my population are housed right now. That's adding a lot of morale there as well. And we also experience the first thunderstorm. It's not a dangerous weather event per se yet, but of course it gives me a nice taste of what's to come. A bit stormy these, perhaps. Alright, the good thing is there's already a group of travelers coming in again. Hopefully they would like to just join us. It's only 2 again, unfortunately. And of course we gladly accept them to 39. Now we do have 12 children available. I hope that one of these will grow up now soon, because that would give me then the 40. I think children we cannot really see anywhere on the map. That's okay. They're living at home, playing around hopefully. I've also secured us now another water source over here, and way more important also a second soup kitchen. We're going to need this if I want to have regular rations available, and especially with the growing population, we actually consume quite a bit of food, so it's important for us really to get to a new recipe as soon as possible. And with that, it's winter year 2 already. Now finally a few people grew up, that's the kids, and we have a population of 45 in total. With that, let's immediately lower the distribution level for food to low, because I will need to preserve as much as possible. We're going into the second winter with 160 meals available, so that's actually pretty good, I think. And then let's go ahead and have a look at the new cycle. There it is. We still need a bit more knowledge points, it seems. No, we got 2,300. I would also like to activate my first action. So we also have these emergency worker shifts edict, for example, and also here inpatient rest leave. This gives me a health boost. It also reduces the workforce to all classes by 45 for 3 days, and the probability of dying to severe illness and exhaustion has been increased as well. I think that's actually a pretty good action for winter, because right now we don't really need so many active workers. I can also go ahead, for example, and say workforce and reduce this to 0.75, and with that we further increase the morale there again, and also reduce the chance of sickness that we have out of overworking during winter. With that we have it activated and counter a bit the penalty of winter there that we also have to my population. Okay, really important now, we can go for the next cycle. There it is, and as I can see, cycle 3 is then now unlocked as well. But for cycle 2, let's start with, I think hunting should be my primary goal here. However, this will cost me tools that I don't have yet. So we do need to get the metal production going first. I could also go for community needs, and with that the tavern. But I think let's go ahead and have the metalworking starting, because workforce we have, and with that I can get iron ingots out, the smith, the forge, and basic tools. And that's pretty important, I think, for also achieving then food production boost. Cycle 2 has been reached as well. Alright, food, still 140. Not going down so quickly this time around, so losing hope again. We should strive to keep a close eye on people's morale. We can do better living standards. We can do better. Increase worker class morale above 40. Or there's nothing we can do right now. Yeah, I'm going with that once more. Morale is at 30. I could go the workforce down to another 0.5. Boost it up a bit further. But that's all I can do for now. And we need rules. Chief, our transition to settled life will bring with it dozens of issues that need to be resolved. Rules and regulations will be needed to keep everything in order and running smoothly. As our leader, it will be up to you to make the final decision. We hope you can weigh the demands well and choose wisely. You can be sure that we will support you as much as possible when you choose the difficult paths. However, all the decisions you will make will shape our community one step at a time. Alright, so that's basically a warning, I guess. So, we almost have our daily lives in order. We have secured housing, food to eat, and duties to fulfill. We've come to believe that we are now entitled to some freedoms. We'll continue to comply with our assigned work schedules and perform our duties. However, anyone who doesn't want to get up in the morning and go to work should be able to buy some extra rest by selling his share of food or some other supply. You should allow us to barter amongst ourselves. Alright. All our free, so that's basically a free trade policy. And yeah, it's an 8 morale to all classes, but it's also reducing the workforce to all classes by 5. I'm fine with it for now. And this is a new regulation that's intact now. All are free to trade. And we've also finished the development. And with that, first of all, there should be iron close by. So let's have a look at that first. Up there it is, iron it is. Also more logs that we have then in the surrounding area. And I think we can go ahead and build this one right here in the rocks, really. But I would like to take these logs there in as well. So let's build it somewhere over there. To gather the iron that we have. And then we need to start also with the forge. For this, we're probably going ahead and expand my industry zone here. That I've already set out, right? And let's go ahead and get us the forge on the way. This will make sure that we can actually produce iron ingots. And then we need the smith as well. So, wait a second. The smith is a pretty long building, is it not? No, it's fine. So let's have that one here first. And also a road that goes in here. So this is starting to be kind of like an industry zone for us. And yeah, the second winter is definitely much longer, right? As we can see, there's no spring in sight at the moment. Let's just hope that it does come though, right? My food is dwindling. We're at 86 now. It's not dwindling as quickly as it did before, so that's a good thing. Field camp finished. With that, we have the iron mine here, so they can actually start working now, slowly but steadily. We have enough logs and stones, so I'm not going to assign anyone to that. I really just want to get the iron production started. And over here is then also now my forge. You can select the iron ingots and also assign some 3 people to that. And with that, the forge has started. Providing a bit of warmth also to desperate times. Spring is on the horizon there, but it's still going to take me quite a few days. But I think we should be fine food-wise. Total production is now 6 per day. Of course, that's with a very low work mode that we have enabled at the moment. A quest or an event working with iron. Chief, since we can now process metals. You can give us the means to make tools of our own so that we can see to our daily tasks. We can work without tools too, but this will tire us physically and mentally. And the more often we have to work with tools, the more likely we are to make mistakes. Alright. What's the cost of it? Not now? Well, let's do it. Well, let's do it. Produce 65 basic metals. Tools. That's what I can do once we have the smith. However, I do need to wait for a few more iron ingots to come in. There is no time limit on this quest though, hopefully. Nope. So that should be fine for the moment. 32 food. We are soon now going to run out of it. But also, please, Spring is almost upon us now. There's the 9 tools, the 9 iron ingots. So let's build the smithy. That's a rather big building. Do we want to have it here? Can I have it somewhere else? There's the rocks, so unfortunately I will not be able to do it. Yeah, so let's squeeze it in here. As my next big building, that is. It's actually the biggest building so far. And with that, also my roads are getting ever so closely here now to that field camp. So let's actually just make the connection. And also here to the mine. Alright, 5 food is left. And spring is upon us. 0 meal it is, so we are officially ran out of it. End of the year. Also with that, we have finished 8 new structures, 1 new development. 2 new people joined and 12 births took place. So we have also increased the total population by 8 in the second year. And with that, the mushroom production should hopefully start again. It is out of 3 gathering camps. As the 3rd year is upon us. Alright, I think it's time now to increase the workforce again to normal, to regular work shifts. This decreases morale, of course, but it increases also my efficiency. That's pretty important. And there it is. Distribution of tools as the 3rd supply that I have for my population. Right now it's on low, and that would require 5 per day. Food-wise, we're consuming 29 right now. Let's weight it up a bit, and then I'm also going to increase the rations again. Because, of course, hardworking population needs more food. There it's coming in, out of 2 soup kitchens. And there it is, also our smith. Let's assign the tools, and assign some 5 people to that right away. And this will now consume iron ingots and lumber. Right, so we do not have a 0 consumption on lumber anymore with that, as this new production chain is starting. We produce 21 per day, which is quite a bit. And we also produce 21 ingots per day, so I think the ratio here is 1:1. No, because we need 2 iron ingots. We'll see. After a full day, we'll see where it goes with that. Lovely details, big buildings. Fantastic. And with that, the tool production is, yeah, the first tools are coming in really. Right, food production is full in effect again, so let's also increase the distribution to regular. This will increase now my consumption to 72 per day, but we're producing 112, so that should be fine. Water is regular already. It's very close with water, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. Next up, we have 22 tools, and that means now we probably can go for the next tag, and that is hunting. The plant surface still holds valuable resources for us, despite its approaching demise. With the right methods and tools, we may feed ourselves better. Unlocks hunting and fishing activities. Let's start with that. 22 tools it actually also requires, on top of everything else. Going to take quite some time too. And with that, we hopefully can use then these kitchens here, the gathering camp, for the meat as well, because that's close by. So hunting. Yeah, and we have a surplus of 1 iron ingot per day right now, but I don't think we need for anything else other than tools production. And there it is, development completed. So let's go ahead. Gathering camp, there it is. And let's assign some 3 additional people now as hunters for meat and leather production. I love that we don't need to build a new building every time we unlock something. We can rather just assign additional workforce to additional tasks, right? So this gathering camp here could actually house up to 12 people, that is, in its basic form. So now we have 3 people here working on mushrooms, and we have 3 people working on meat and leather. And there it's coming in already. Also the leather. probably need a new building for that to process soon. Very good. We also finished the tools demand of my population. And with that, we have quite a good regular demand or regular morale right now. How's it looking with my health, by the way? It's increasing. It's above low now, so it's not very low anymore. That's at least something. Access to medication, access to clothing would be also something to boost it up at some point now. With the meat coming in, we might have the chance actually of changing one of those recipes here to meat production, right, or meat consumption. This would not need water then, which is interesting. Alright, so let's actually go ahead and make this one working. So this one is only now processing meat, and this one is only processing mushrooms. It's worth to check out my other gathering camp too. Yep, because there's also meat available. We still have 6 workers available, so let's use another 3 of them to also gather meat and leather in addition. And with the increased growth, we're almost at 50 now. I should probably also add a few more shacks to my population, to my village. Yeah, let's do this over here. 1 and 2. Yeah, there's just something magical of looking at those cycles completed every time. Since we have a bit of a tools surplus here, let's also go ahead and set the distribution of tools to medium. This will increase, of course, my consumption, but also my morale. With hunting out of the way, we have 2 more options. That's the power grid. This gives me electricity and windmills. And down here we have, or up here we have community needs for a tavern to boost morale as well. Let's go ahead with that first. Also a rather cheap development here that we have. And look at that food. That's a good thing. That makes me very happy right now. Also, those 2 shacks have been finished. Oh! And a lightning strike. A building has been struck by lightning. And that's this kitchen here. And it has been completely destroyed. I cannot even repair it. Alright, let's clear the debris. And yeah, build it again. I felt very safe with 2 soup kitchens. Right. And since food is so important, let's build another one again right away. No one was killed though, right? We still have the full workforce there. Yeah. Also, with that, the lightning strike, we lose 15 morale for 4 days. Water is not looking super stable for me right now. And yeah, so let's just get us another water vein. Up there we have one. It's better to just plan in advance here. So let's just build this one. And I think that would be the last one. Nah, up there is another one. Perfect. But that's about it then. Development completed. The tavern has been finished. And we also get a new demand. And that's the sturdy roofs. Every one of us needs proper places to live. We have food and water, but sleeping at whatever nooks we find each night doesn't help prepare us. We need to build 3 more shacks. Really? Huh. I mean, everybody has a home right now. 27 lumber. We can afford this easily, so let's just go ahead and do this. Right. And I would also like to work then on my tavern. First of all, let's build that road up here again. And then let's have a look at the tavern. A small, cozy, and rowdy social place for workers to relieve stress. It also consumes 55 electricity and actually costs iron ingots. So there it is. We actually have something. And yeah, as we can see, we now need to work on that. We need to get them into the radius here for this tavern. So let's do this. And let's just make sure that it has a road access. And the tavern is then in place to get all these shacks in its sphere of influence. I would also like to continue structuring my settlement there a bit. So let's continue with the road construction up here and then make the connection here. probably also here to that point, while the main road continues in both directions. Perfect. Soup kitchen has been finished, so let's go for the normal meal there again and assign the 4 people to that again once more. We're stockpiling a lot of mushrooms right now. That's of course clogging up then my stockpile as well, even though we have plenty of space still available in it. Alright, we're losing iron ingots there right now. We have enough iron ore though. But what is consuming so much? Is it all being consumed? Nah, the input is actually pretty low right now. Oh, yeah, we ran out of iron. Oh, that took me quite some time to notice this. Up here we still have the iron. And I think, do we have another field kitchen? Another gathering camp somewhere? Gathering camp? Nope, I will need more. Another field camp. Up here we have lots of iron, right? So let's build another one here. Then we have a well, a gathering camp, and a field camp here as well. Alright, also, we need more electricity now. First of all, the tavern has been finished. A lovely building indeed. Out of the crude materials that we have so far. And the tavern provides entertainment services to the houses within its sphere of influence. It also consumes beer or dairy if available. Right, and those people should be a bit happier. There it is, access to services, entertainment. However, electricity is needed. So we do have in the last technology here actually. That's the power grid. We do need some more iron though for that. What could I do? Let's reduce the consumption for now. With that we produce 7 tools per day. That is exactly how much we consume, right? Or I increase my workforce there. Let's actually, this gives me a low morale penalty. Let's reduce the amount of distribution for tools. Also, houses have been successfully built. People are encouraged by success. If we can keep on like this, we may meet positive outcomes beyond what we expected. I'm fine for any positive outcomes that are unexpected. Very good. Field camp. Let's assign some 3 people here to the iron. We could also go a bit more lumber, but I'm running out of workforce there, so let's not do this. Actually go with 2 only. And we're now producing 15 iron ingots per day. Let's actually reduce the workforce here on the smith by another 3. There we have a production of 9 now. That should still be a surplus then. It's a dry summer. Alright, so there's not going to be a lot of water projected for this summer. And a scout from another land. Greetings, Chief. We're representatives of a small community. Our expeditions led us to your settlement, and we were delighted to see such an advanced community here. We would like to barter with you and turn this acquaintance into a trade partnership. In these challenging times, every link between those two have goods to spare is a boon, and we'd be happy to. And we'll get a trade representative. Probably building something new then, a trade center. That might be very much needed. Why is my ingots running out so fast? This can't be true here. Let's have a quick look at that. I can see my total production is 188. My consumption from building is 166. And from construction itself is 17. But we can't be consuming that much out of this one here. I guess I need to build a second forge. There's no other way around that. Let's build it. Probably need more electricity soon now too, as we might be running out of that. Emergency shift? Nah, that's not needed. I was just thinking about it for a sec to boost my output, but I really don't think it's needed. Okay, so beginning of summer it is. Glorious times. And with that, we continue onwards in the next episode of New Cycle into the 4th year then and electricity production. Stay tuned!